All right, so apparently I'm live, but can you tell me in the chat, even before we get into anything, can you hear me? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Kim says she can. She's watching. So it's a win already. So.
Oh my God. We're way ahead of the game now.
Yay. So
Woo!
sound is good. So, yeah. So welcome aboard to the April 10th edition. And it is not quite exactly, I forget what the exact day of the first Virtual Collage Jam was, but it was around this time.
Yeah, it was certainly
In
early
2020.
April.
So this is as close as I could get to a third anniversary. So we are 3, and we are many more than that if we count our community, but we're 3 years old.
3 years old.
Which is amazing.
3 was a good year.
It was for
me,
when you were growing up.
Personally, yeah.
Yeah. And you might wonder who that is that's talking with me from off screen. Who are
Some
you?
might.
Yeah.
Most
people do. Most people are not. Most people are not wondering.
Yeah. So I'm Cal's co-pilot, Kim Lee Co. For those of you who don't know me,
Kim Lee co-pilot.
That's right.
Karen says, "Yippee, we have sound." Yes. So what I thought would worked, and that's always a nice thing but I was ready to okay, we have to start a new stream, but fortunately no. So yay. So yeah, hello Philippa, welcome aboard. That's so great. Yeah. So not surprisingly, our theme is 3. And if you've been around the art world for a while, you making art, 3 is also a really great number to work with. You can use 3 focal points. You can use 3 just seems to be a very good number. 2 is even, 3 is odd. It gives you the chance to be small, medium, and large. It gives you the chance to be 3 different variables in any way.
Or to triangulate.
Exactly.
Let's not forget triangulation.
How could we? Those of you who have taken my composition classes know what I'm talking about. So, hey, Annie and Margaret and Joy and yay.
Yeah.
Kim will catch me up on, but I'm just seeing. It's so cool that everyone's in different colors, Kim. Is that a new to the interface?
That what? The little colored...
The names. Yeah, that's so cool.
I'm just going to look up for Joy's question to see what... I'm in the wrong place again. It would help if I went to the right place. But I'm going to look up for Joy's sake, and all of our sakes, what was the date of the first?
Okay, well that's great. Thank you, Kim.
Collage Jam.
I know that I think the first one or two I did on Zoom, and then I moved to YouTube after that. So yeah, but
you have it as a playlist, right? Yes.
Yes.
Do. Good.
But I'm not sure I recorded the first couple either. So.
Oh.
Right, because it was all so new. We were just trying to do something. So, yeah. So
April 13th is the first one listed on your
on the playlist. Yeah, and I think there was one or two. There were 1 or 2 before, like one in late March. So it's close. Yeah. So hands up in the chat if you remember being there. I know some of you guys
was anyone
were.
There?
Yeah, that's and if you don't remember, that's fine. I barely remember my own name sometimes. So, but yeah,
it's hard to remember the early days of the COVID lockdown.
It really is.
It's just such
I remember being
time.
very trepidatious or scared, literally, right? Because it was very new and I remember people were saying, "Oh, it'll give it a couple of weeks or a month," and it's like, wow, that just didn't work that way, did it?
That was a kind of optimistic. It was a pandemic after all.
Yeah.
The seasonal flu doesn't even pass that quickly.
Yeah.
So. Val says she was there, and Karen says she thinks so.
Yeah, you guys are troopers.
Yeah,
thank you for being so such stalwart supporters.
I mean, whether you were there at the beginning or you came later, we're delighted for all of you. So.
Exactly. So,
let's look at the chat here and see. Well, Oh, what?
Can you bring me up to date on the chat in just a minute?
Yeah,
'Cause
sure.
I'm
You've got topics.
I have a bit to talk about, and then Kim can catch
He
me
really
up.
does.
So, yeah. So, so first of all, our theme is 3, and that's obviously your call whether you use that or not. I haven't got an idea yet, but I know I can come up with something that involves 3. Either I like typography and numbers, so 3s might come in literally, but 3 elements, 3 repetitions. So we'll see what I come up with. And let us know in the chat if you're playing with 3, what your thoughts are, or if you have any yet. And you guys probably know that I'm massively swamped right now getting ready for the artist project.
Woohoo!
Yes. So that starts on Thursday evening with a gala opening night that has a few things that the rest of the show won't have, like tarot readings,
fashion show,
and a couple of other things, DJ sets. So it'll have a very party-like atmosphere, and that's what I'll be giving away tickets to a little later on. So stay tuned for that. And I also wanted to give you a sneak peek at a book that I've had that my lovely designer wife put together for me, that I will have available at the show for sale for $50.
Cal's first art book.
Yes. which is it, like, just handling it and seeing it is pretty awesome. But yes, I'll have it for sale only at the show. I won't have it for pre-sale any other way. You have to come and to get it at the show for $50. After that, it will be $60. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek before we switch into collaging. So this is it right here. It's called Collages and Decollages, not surprisingly. And Kim's done a massive wrap around close up on one of my collages, which is pretty fun and exciting because you can see it's really enlarged and you can make out the tears and the cuts and the fibers.
Oh yeah, the fibers are cool, aren't they?
And so we had these done at Picto, which is an online print on demand place. They're in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
And so it's lovely. It's got like a nice little between the cover and the first page, it's got a nice little vellum fly sheet, and then a title page. I talked a little bit about the origin of these collages, and then I think I forget the exact total of works, but I think I have 26 works. And so on the left-hand page of each spread, you can see the full collage. And then on the right-hand page, you can get a close-up. So you can get a really good look at the materials and at a part of it. So I won't show you all of them because, of course, you want to come and see this book. But you guys may have seen some of these on my website. There are also some brand new works. But just seeing them like this, I can't tell you how exciting it is. It's we were graphic designers for many years, and being able to actually see your work in a book like this is, I don't know, it's very validating and very exciting. So
and was it laid out in record time?
It was laid out in record time, that's for sure. So we spent a lot of time making sure the files looked really good digitally, and color correcting them and sharpening them.
Oh, yeah.
And embellishing, like not embellishing them, but making sure they were the best that they could be. And they've reproduced really beautifully as a result. So
and kudos to Picto for fabulous printing.
Yeah, they did a great job on the printing. So so grab your copy. I would come early to the show because I had 25 printed, which isn't a ton, but they're actually fairly expensive to print even when we got a discount. And I don't know how long they'll last. So I wouldn't, if you want to get a book, I would suggest not coming on Sunday necessarily. Maybe make it Thursday night or Friday.
But if you cannot make the event, it will be available to order on Cal's website.
Yeah.
Not right quite away. Soon.
Yeah. But I will get
as soon as we can manage it.
I will
for the higher price.
I am anticipating needing to do a reprint. So
yes.
Yeah. So I think that's all I need to say. I'm going to start collaging, and you can get get us caught up on.
Yes.
Because man, the chat is going nuts. So
it's awesome.
we're
'cause
gonna go
it's
black for a minute while I move the camera. So don't worry.
Well, I'll keep talking.
We're coming back.
And then everyone will know that we're coming
Everything
back.
is okay. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to start right at the beginning. Francoise, I'm so glad you could join us too. Thank you so much for coming. And Kal and I are thrilled to read that you've been inspired by these events. And I think it's very kind of you to say many other people are inspired as well. The activity on the Virtual Collage Jam group in Facebook is inspiring, and I love going to visit there and seeing what everyone's been up to. I noticed that there have been a few just in the last couple of days that are specifically related to this 3rd anniversary, which is really exciting. So that's awesome. And maybe I hope after this event, there will be more.
I'm sure there will be.
And Karen, I'm sorry you had an issue with sound on Zoom. That sounds like a technical problem of some kind. We know about technical problems, don't we, Kal?
We've had more than our fair share.
We've had plenty. Philippa thanks us so much for continuing to offer these collage jams. It means a lot that you would take the time to do this for us. Doesn't that make your heart go squoosh?
It does make my heart go squoosh. Thank you, Philippa. That's really lovely.
Thank you so much.
Rest assured, we feel the same way. Like when we started it, we thought it would be a thing to do for a month or 2 or 3 or however long this pandemic, and as it stretched on, we thought, okay, well, I guess it'll be going on for a little longer than we thought. Yeah. And then we had to decide, like, are we still going to continue once things started to return to quote unquote normal, even though they're not there yet? And I just thought it was too good not to continue with.
We needed to. Yeah.
And so we
not at the same relentless pace as in the early days of
during the height of the pandemic. Once a week was great, but it's not sustainable.
Even every 2 weeks. We'll have groups of sessions that fit into our life.
I tend to do them by, as you guys probably have already inferred, sort of terms. Like we take the summer off. We do a fall, winter, and spring term.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm babbling, and you have lots more to relate. So
Val says hi. Karen's excited because she has sound. Joy says, happy birthday. When was our first meeting? So I did my best. But as Kal said, he may not have the first one up here. I mean, I think it's possible we did the very first ones on Facebook as live.
I did my first few on Zoom because I just learned Zoom.
But you didn't record.
Yeah,
right?
But I didn't record. Yeah. Because it was just like, oh, well, let's figure out some way to do something.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And you had the idea that YouTube would be more accessible for everyone. And I thought, yeah, that's true. So
yeah, not everybody had Zoom skills then.
No.
Okay. Margaret Buckworth says hi.
Hey, Margaret.
Hi, Margaret. So glad you could make it. And Annie says hi Annie. And hello. Happy 3rd.
Thank you.
Happy 3rd to all of us.
Exactly.
To the whole community, right?
It's a party.
Yeah.
It's for everyone.
Jane Laster Gordon's here. Can't believe it's been 3 years.
No.
Oh, same here, Jane.
Who can? My goodness.
She says she's been with us since the get-go. It's been great. Thanks. Thank you, Jane. That's great. Joy says, great to be here with you. And she's got all kinds of happy emojis to celebrate. Thank you, Joy. And
Joy's bringing the joy.
Yeah. Val and Karen mentioning that they were at the first one. Val said, Virtual Collage Jam got me through the pandemic.
Oh, bless you, Val, and I'm so glad, because that was the intent. That was what
seriously.
we were really hoping to be able to do that. So
Yeah, it didn't have to be a lot of people. It just had to help people
yeah.
get through what was a tough time. Joy says, I still have my first collage that I created.
Awesome.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, because Joy, I've got a camera blur going on here. Come on, camera, figure it out.
Focus. Put your hand close to the camera and then so put it back up. Let it focus.
Let it try to focus.
Good Lord.
There. It's only in focus if it's like 2 inches away.
Okay,
so.
now slowly.
Oh, camera. Of course, we've got sound.
We've got
everybody.
sound.
We've got sound, but oh man, camera, come on.
It's never been that stubborn before.
No, who knows? All right, well, keep telling us about. Let me see if I can. I'll take a look in the camera and see if there's anything that I can.
Okay,
my camera
I'm
preview.
getting
There we go. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, that
Good.
seemed to have fixed it. Okay.
Good.
So please continue, Kim.
All right. Honestly, Val, that's music to our ears. So thank you.
Yes.
Right. Enjoy. Karen says, I just checked and I have a calendar entry for Cal Honey, March 6th, 2020, a Monday, Collage Jam. Except March 6th, that was before the lockdown. So I think that
might have been April 6th.
But yeah, I think April 6th is probably what it was.
Because I think I did the first one in late March.
I thought your first one was early April, but
it might have been, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there. Now I've got my internet back. Excellent.
Oh dear.
Joy says, congrats. Sorry I can't join you, but it will be a great success.
Oh, I'm
at the
art.
Yeah, the flight, it's hard to arrange on such short notice to fly all the way over here, right, Joy?
Yeah. I was going to say just for an art show, but especially for an art show.
Well,
yeah,
an art show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be a good reason.
That is a good reason.
Annie says, wow. So we're clearly talking about the book here. Rebecca says, hi, Kim and Cal. I may not be able to chat much, but I'm here.
Oh, yay. Hi, Rebecca.
Glad you're here. Yeah. Joy asks a very good question. Will you be signing them?
I will sign if anyone wants it signed, I will definitely do that. Yeah. If anyone asks, I will happily sign it. That's the sentence that I was trying to say. You could
pre-sign a few because if you're busy,
yes,
it'll be a problem.
Yes. Yeah, that is good.
In fact, maybe you should just sign them all at the show.
I should probably just sign them all.
And yeah. Margaret says that book looks amazing.
Yes, I'm really over the moon. You know, when it's been a long time since I did a live event like this.
An in-person event, he means, not exactly. This live stream. He means the artist project.
Yes, an in-person art event.
Mm-hmm.
And having good support materials is really great. So I've also had a bunch of postcards printed. And
nice postcards.
Some nice postcards.
Two-sided, right?
Yeah.
2 different artworks.
And I cannot be more over the moon about the way the enlarged collages look printed and framed. So I feel very confident about what I'm taking, which isn't always the case. Even if you like it, sometimes you're like, So
no, you're not. You're gonna knock it out of the park this time.
I'm very pleased with it, even if no one buys it. But I'm going to sell out. But even if no one bought any, I'm really pleased.
You're going to sell out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Please, everybody, say your prayers.
Yes, exactly. Now there are a lot more comments, so I should let you keep going, Kim.
We're also here to chat, right?
Oh,
so
okay, all
I'm
right.
sure that everyone knows I'm going to get to all the comments.
We do.
Okay. So hey Ruth, awesome. She says, hi, just hopped on here and missed the one thing I wanted to buy, the book, LOL. You'll have to see it in the replay, or if you stay on it, Cal might give you another peek later on.
Yeah.
But he's going to work on the collage. I have to interrupt myself. I'm sorry. That is an awesome start. I love that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, me too.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we here? Jane says, book looks great. Yeah. And it's nice paper.
Yeah, the
Covers are nice
really
and heavy,
substantial.
and they have a matte lamination on them, so they're good and sturdy and feel nice to the hand. All of this stuff really matters with a physical book, right? So, and boy, it was fun being back in the realm of print design,
where we cut our teeth.
Yeah. Where we grew up and got middle-aged. Ruth says, happy 3rd anniversary to this wonderful idea that you guys had 3 years ago. So giving of you to do this and so well appreciated by many. Thank you so much, Ruth.
Yeah, we that means a lot to us when our
and all of you mean a lot to us.
Yeah.
The whole community means a lot to us. So thank you. Thank you for coming and energizing it and giving it a reason to exist. Philippa writes, wow, the book is beautiful. Congratulations, smile. To which you respond,
thank you, Philippa. That means a lot to me. As you can tell, I've sort of got into my collaging mode.
Yeah.
And so I like Cal.
So I have to prompt him to say the magic word.
I tell you, that's pathetic and funny, and
it's very Cal.
A bit of both, yeah.
Yeah, walking and chewing gum at the same time just don't happen well. Yeah. Yes. I'm so glad you think so. So thank you. Cherie writes, happy birthday to Virtual Collage Jam. The book looks amazing. I should thank you very much, Cherie. And I should mention that I just sent out my newsletter to my subscribers before the Virtual Collage Jam started, like within half an hour of it starting. And I mentioned you, Cherie, because I mentioned the
article.
I mentioned the article in the context of the fact that we were celebrating the 3rd anniversary today, and the fact that we also have World Collage Jam Day coming up on May 13th.
World Collage Day and Virtual Collage Jam.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
No, I know.
World Collage Day. Sorry. Oh, my God.
There's a lot to...
And, I'm so excited that it will be hosted yet again by Gladstone House.
Yeah, so there's another exciting thing to look forward to.
That's
I just haven't been able to promote it much yet.
Yeah, so mark your calendars.
May
it's going to
13th.
be a hybrid event. There's going to be in-person, a paid in-person aspect to it, and then the usual live stream, except it won't be usual, because it's a hybrid event. We're actually bringing one of my nieces on board to help us manage the chat. Because we noticed we were spread too thin last time.
We were.
So we needed a 3rd person involved, and so it'll be live streaming, but it will also be a little longer than usual. It'll be 2 hours, right, instead of an hour and a half.
I don't know exactly how long the stream is going to go. I think the stream may be an hour and a half, but the event in person will be 3 hours, like a normal art class. So that is... that is what I decided.
We might want to make the live stream 2 hours.
Right.
Then.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like a big difference.
No, that is flexible.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments if you have opinions. we need your opinions and thoughts. So, I mean, I think it's nice because we'll be having this very special day with no doubt special theme. And to still have the live stream while having the in-person event, I think is really crucial. So let's go to Ruth writes, I had never done collage until I started with this group, and since then have enjoyed participating in many of Kal's online courses.
Yay.
I'm so pleased to hear that, Ruth. Collage seems like an excellent medium for you. Not that there aren't other great mediums, but it just, I don't know, something about that seems to me to suit you. Margaret writes,
she has a knack for it. I mean, a
Well,
bunch
then-
of these people do, but
yeah. Some of them only discovered that because
That's
of
right.
this event, which is so, honestly, what a beautiful thing to come from this. So many beautiful things actually have come from this. Margaret writes, did you see Cherie Doreen's collage on Collage Jam today? Love it. That's one of the
No.
birthday themed ones. I
No,
think
I
you're
haven't.
referring to, Margaret.
Right.
And yeah, it's definitely, Kal will definitely
I will check
squeeze
it
in checking out
Yep.
what's posted when he's taking a short break from his
out. Mad preparation.
non-stop preparations. Yeah. Joy writes, I had never even thought of doing a collage, but look what COVID led us to. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look at all this, Kal.
Yeah, I think Joy, you were mostly watercolor, correct? Because you did watercolor at a course with me in Halliburton, I seem to recall. So
Ah, right. Cherie responds, thanks, Margaret. I had so much fun with this prompt. Went literal. I channeled my inner Edwina Scissorhands. Very nice. Rena's here.
wow. Hey, Rena.
She says, hi, Kim and Kal. Had to come in to say hello and
Yay.
happy third.
Oh, thank you, Rena. That means a lot to us. I'm
And
so
happy
glad
Pesach to you. And to anyone else who celebrates. So glad you could be with us. Karen writes, oh boy, yes, it is April 6th, 2020. Well, thank you, Karen. That's great. So we'll have to remember that. We'll write it down somewhere. That's the only way we'll remember that.
That's
so
for
grateful you've got your calendar records. Cherie writes, Virtual Collage Jam and you guys gave me the inspiration and courage to put my art into the world, and I've never looked back.
You have been, I know, flying, and
that's so great.
As artists and as art instructors and humans, that makes us so very
happy.
Yeah, exactly.
So happy.
Yeah.
Joy writes, first collage, April 27th, 2020, title, What Lies Ahead? And here we are, birthday number 3. Yeah, yeah. With a hug icon. Oh, big hug to you, Joy. And everybody here. Marianne Alberga is here. Happy anniversary, she writes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you too. Because as we mentioned earlier, it's all of our 3rd anniversary, even if you joined later. It's the 3rd anniversary for the community. Rena says she's Passover cooking as we speak.
Right.
That's great.
That's classic.
Well, it's Kim and Kal Collage FM. Oh, I think that's awesome. And I bet you are cooking something fantastic. I know you. Jane writes, I'm working on a painted background left over from Kal's recent collage for Painters Workshop at Humber Valley. What is
Art
it
Club.
called? Art Club. Thank you.
Otherwise known as HVAC.
Yes, she's put HVAC, but I wanted to say the full name for the
Of
benefit
course.
of those
Yeah,
who don't know, who think that refers to heating, ventilation, and air conditioning.
Exactly.
She says, I'm collaging the colors in sets of 3, but various shapes. So that's how she's working with 3.
Awesome.
Is anybody else here working with 3 this afternoon? If you're working on collage at all, because of course Rena's cooking. Some of you may be just sitting back and enjoying, and that's totally cool. But if you are collaging and you are working with 3, please let us know. And if you're not working with 3, let us know what you're working on. Lisa Kemp is here.
Yay. Hey,
Hi
Lisa.
and
Welcome.
happy
Yeah.
anniversary, she
Thank
writes.
you.
Thank you so much. Margaret is doing typography of 3.
Margaret.
Cal's going to enjoy that.
You know I'm a happy camper when I hear that.
Ruth writes, sadly, I'm not working on anything. I am recovering from pneumonia. Oh my
Ooh,
God,
yikes.
Ruth. And this
I'm
is
so
my
sorry.
first day out of bed, and it's nice to just sit and listen. Oh, that's the perfect thing to do under those circumstances. So just enjoy.
But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope the rest of the recovery goes smoothly.
Speedy, smooth, and complete. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
She adds, oh, I was in bed for 3 days. Does that count? Why not? Life is art, as they say. Oh, who's the I was just reading recently an artist who was talking about how we should treat our life as works of art as well.
I seem to recall reading that as well, but now I can't remember where. I think it was Instagram, but I'm not positive.
I've seen it a few places, but anyway, at some point we'll find it. Write it down. Because if we don't write it down, forget about it, right?
It's lost.
Yeah. Rena writes, you two saved our lives 3 years ago in very bleak and isolating days, and we are all grateful. Best of luck with the show, Cal. Your book looks awesome. Hugs to you both.
Thank you, Rena. All of that is really it's very Rena. Let's put it that way. It's very heartwarming.
Beautiful and loving.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you.
Like Rena. Thank you so much. Val writes, she's working with 3 images and numbers.
Awesome.
Cool. And no doubt we'll see something of the results.
Exactly.
Yeah. Joy writes, yes, Cal, happy memories at Halliburton. From watercolor to collage, you were my guide. Who knows what's next? It's all a story unfolding. Ooh, so elegantly put.
Yeah, wow.
A story unfolding, yes. Yeah. He's a great guide, isn't he? I keep telling him that. It's better that it comes from you.
Yeah.
I'm too close.
I appreciate that you say that, Kim, but I frankly, sadly,
but you discount what I say.
I discount it a little bit. I mean, I think we all do that. The things our loved ones say about us or to us, and sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes not so good.
Well, yeah, exactly. Oh, this is really developing. Lisa says, working with 3 images and might add some words. She's not sure yet. Exactly. Got to let it evolve.
Yeah. We were actually just listening to a relatively brief interview with music producer Rick Rubin. And I'm not in danger of having to need music produced at any point, but I know who I'd like to have my music produced by, because he was speaking about a lot of the same things that Kim and I espouse as far as art making, about you make it for yourself, you make it, you use your vision, about limitations, about
you have to be it's part of the skill set of the artist to become very sensitive to what works for you and what doesn't when you're building a collage, for example, so that you can, because it's a quiet little voice, it doesn't like to shout over top of other things, and sometimes you have to do it against the voices of others. You have to know and follow.
And another thing that he was saying that really struck me was he said that basically you need to do things and then see what you think of what
Yes.
you do, rather than always thinking about them, trying to like work out of your head.
Yeah.
And he likened it to, if I cook you two things and put them in front of you, you'll know which one you like better, and then you go from there. And then you make,
Yeah.
okay, I don't like this one, but I like this one, but it needs some salt, or it needs this, or
Yeah.
it needs that.
So you have to do the
Yeah.
action to find out if it actually
Exactly. And so many times, and we're guilty of it too. Artists try to like come up with the master plan before they've done any work. And
Yeah.
it's like, no, do the work and the master plan will
Yeah.
evolve naturally and organically the way you
Yeah, large scale public art does need a master plan,
Of
but the
course.
creative aspect of it is
Exactly.
done in miniature with easy materials so that the creative process can still happen. And then once the design is, you found the form, then you can start planning. Joy says, I'm thinking of ice cream and cake for our birthday party. Oh, please.
Yeah, I'll be right over.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds perfect. Makes me think of my grandmother, who liked nothing better than chocolate cake with vanilla ice cream.
Well, to be fair,
I mean, it's as classic as a perfect chocolate chip cookie, right?
That is pretty hard to beat as a simple but very delicious combination. There's nothing haute about it, but it's delicious.
Yeah. Well, it can be haute. It can be very fancy cake, very fancy ice cream.
All right.
But the fact is, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Right. That's sort of what I was driving at.
Lisa writes, yes, with practice and experience, you learn to trust your instincts as an artist. That's right. And of course, we have to challenge them too in order to grow. But there's a balance there. And without developing the sensitivities to our own instincts, we'll just constantly live in a sort of a quivering form of never being able to decide and always needing outside affirmation or something. Yeah. So, speaking of food, yesterday we channeled my grandmother, as the one I just alluded to, by roasting, entirely Cal's doing, a leg of lamb bone in. And oh, was that ever good? I mean, it's been years, right? Since we had leg of lamb.
It has.
Years. It wasn't cheap.
and I definitely felt like Kim's grandmother when I saw the price.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I can't believe how expensive that is. Because I couldn't believe how expensive that was.
Exactly.
But
well, we are old enough to be grandparents, so
it's true, sadly. Yeah. Well, not sadly, just it is. It is.
It's a privilege to grow old.
Well, exactly.
Speaking as someone who recently went through cancer, I feel that quite keenly. Is spring as beautiful where you are as it is where we are? It's been just stunning here. Now, Joy, I expect, is galloping ahead. They're practically in the summertime. The flowers that we would see in June are probably blooming for you. But do share if you get a moment. I don't want to interfere too much with your collage either. Yeah, we have nothing blooming. Oh no, we have crocuses blooming.
We have quite a few crocuses in it,
and scilla.
A few other things in
the little purple
scilla front yard. And what are the little purple?
The scilla.
Yeah, different flower though, I think.
Oh,
they're showing up too. So.
Oh, another purple flower.
Yeah. Like a rounder, larger one. Still very small.
Oh.
Larger.
I don't know.
Well, I'll show you after,
Yeah,
and we can.
that's fun. Oh, that's interesting what you did with her face, eh?
I'm trying to make it a little more interesting.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
This is a good example of talking about trusting and or challenging your instincts as an artist. So, Cal started collaging years ago with people, and I commented that he was being precious about the people's faces, and that was actually the weakest part of the collage, was the fact that the faces had been kept intact or virtually intact, because everything needs to be treated as an art material in the art. And even if it's intended to be a portrait of someone, you're working with your own or someone else's photograph of that someone, but you're working in collage and you're making everything else very rich and varied, or very specific, very interpretive, very personal. But treating the face like something sacred is a very human, natural instinct, but it's one we have to